This is a very important part of Northern Territory history. You can see that the aircraft here crashed. 6 young men died here, and this B24, you can see the remains of the tail unit here. Just a reminder of the huge effort that went in and the people who died making that effort. This is the last resting place of an American B-24 bomber that crashed during an exercise off to sea here. It was on a mission out to the islands just off the coast of here. When they finished their bombing run, they appeared to have come across this country here. As you can see, it's fairly thickly wooded, hit a tree, spun into the ground. The aircraft blew up. It was about 15 minutes short of being landing at the RAAF base in Darwin. And nowadays, it's probably the closest marker to here is the small town of Wagite Beach, some 6 kilometres down the track. The explosion and the smoke from the crash was seen at several of the units based in this area. And they came out, medical teams, to see if they could assist. Of course they couldn't. They couldn't get near it at that stage of the game. And it wasn't until quite some time afterwards that they could actually ascertain that how many people were on board and the fact that nobody had survived. Even though the B-24 was basically a medium bomber, which indicated that it was sort of working from height most of the time. Because of the way the Japanese were retreating, the B-24s had been starting to do some low-level work. The 6 crew there were all very young people. I think the oldest on board was about 23. And I think they may have been practicing their low-level attack methods, and this is where they came unstuck. Now this all happened in 1945, January 1945 in fact. This aircraft was one of probably 3 or 4 squadrons of American B-24s in the area. The Americans and their B-24s were a huge range at the time, and in fact they were going to parts of and attacking the Japanese as far north as North Borneo. And one of the raids still remains the longest bombing raid in World War II in any country. So these aircraft were turning out of the blue, low level, bombing, strafing, doing that sort of thing, and then hightailing it for home. This is the tail unit, or what's left of the tail unit of the B-24. It was one of those with the very flat tails with the 2 fins on either side. And this is the remains of one of the engine cowlings, probably an outer engine cowling. And what we have here is part of the undercarriage of the B-24, the main undercarriage. This one cylinder here, the main cylinder, still in good nick, good shape. What we have here is the outer starboard engine mounting, which quite clearly the engine itself has been ripped away. This place is very special in Northern Territory history, but it's particularly special to the local people here at Wagite Beach and the Aboriginal people at Bellew, who also played quite a significant role in the defence of the Northern Territory. And so we do try and get here every year at Anzac Day. It's very difficult at times because of the wet season, makes access to the place almost impossible at times. And we do think about the 6 people who died right here and just defending Australia, defending Darwin and dying for their country.